Good evening, and welcome to Obesity News. Tonight, we will be covering the position that eating a healthier diet is cost prohibitive to many American people. I would like to begin by stating an opinion. If America adopted a vegan diet, it would both be cost effective and greatly decrease the obesity epidemic. The harsh reality is that this will never happen. It takes a truly dedicated person to sustain from animal products, and America is by no means ready for such a drastic transformation. So simply suggesting adding more cheap fruits and veggies and cutting out pricey meats is unrealistic in the current American society. But there are ways Americans are trying to eat healthier. The boom of organic food has been widespread. Between 1997 and 2010, U.S. sales of organic foods increased from 3.6 to $26.7 billion yearly. The organic food market has blossomed, but questions arise on whether these organic foods are cost effective or actually healthier than conventional foods. When a food is labeled as organic, it means that it was produced without the use of pesticides and deemed healthier. But a study by Smith Spangler from Stanford University compared 223 organic and conventional fruits, vegetables, grains, meats, poultry, milk, and eggs directly to uncover the truth behind organic foods. Despite the widespread perception that organically produced foods are more nutritious than conventional foods, the study did not find robust evidence supporting this perception. The study also found that with the removal of only one of the 237 studies reviewed, the organic produce has a higher risk for contamination with E. coli, a finding that was both homogeneous and statistically significant. This shows that the pricey choice may not always be the healthiest, as many believe. We now send it to our correspondent in Pittsburgh, Jim Bakey, who has raided the refrigerator in search of the answer: is eating healthy affordable to the average American? Thanks, Jim. I'm here at one of the million average income homes in America trying to decide if eating healthy is affordable. As Americans begin to climb out of the current economic downfall, it is important to realize that every penny made is important. So paying more for what seems to be the same item becomes less likely. But let us look at some common prices of healthy and unhealthy foods. We start with the eggs. Regular price for a dozen eggs, average cost is about $2. Compared to a dozen organic eggs, about $3.50. Look about the same to me. Let us move on to bread. Average cost of a pound of white bread, about $1.43 a pound. Compared to the healthier wheat bread, which is about $1.93 a pound. About a 50-cent difference. But to a low-income family, every penny matters. It is the increase in healthier food prices that has the average American waiting in drive-through lines at McDonald's rather than the line at Whole Foods. Take, for instance, the price of a boneless chicken. Average price is about $3.26 a pound. For that price, you can buy 3 double cheeseburgers off the dollar menu at McDonald's. That just doesn't seem right, but that's the America we live in, where Americans turn to fast food empires to put a cheap, convenient, extremely unhealthy dinner on the table. Finally, I would like to leave you with these final 2 items. The average price for a 2-liter bottle of orange juice, about $5.25. Average price for a 2-liter of soda, $1.39. This is a sad realization, and something needs to be done so that healthier foods can be cost effective to the everyday American. Back to you, Jim. Wow, riveting stuff, Jim. Finally tonight, we would like to touch on a study titled The Impact of Food Prices on Consumption by Tatiana Andreeva. The potential of price changes to improve food choices is evident from growing research on how relative food prices affect dietary quality and obesity, particularly among young people, lower income populations, and those most at risk for obesity. This study, using experimental research in both laboratory and interventional settings, shows that lowering the price of healthier foods and raising the price of less healthy alternatives shift purchases towards healthier food options. For example, when a 10% increase in the price of whole milk was introduced into a population, increases in purchase qualities range from 6% to 5% for low-fat or reduced-fat milk, and between 1% to 2.9% for skim. Thus, consumers were more likely to change when the price of whole milk rose. Now, some states already tax soft drinks and snacks at higher rates than other foods. But thus far, taxes have been small and designed to generate revenue rather to influence consumption. Small changes add up. One USDA study that estimated potential weight loss from various taxes on salty snacks under a range of price elasticities predicted that a 10% increase from a national sales tax could reduce body weight between 0.2 and 0.99 pounds per year, while generating approximately $1 billion in tax revenue. This study shows that changes need to happen in order to affect the price of healthy foods in our country. Where we are now, healthy foods are overpriced, causing the American population to gravitate to more unhealthy options, such as fast foods, as means to feed their families. I would like to leave you tonight with two figures I am sure you have seen before. The first, a breakdown of the obesity rates in our country. The second is of the poverty rate. Eerily similar, aren't they? For those at Obesity News, I'm Jim Bakey. Good night.